What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the dreaded word that every Chicago Bulls fan, when they hear it, tremble in fear, and that word is continuity. We've heard it for the past 3 seasons for the Chicago Bulls, and we are hoping, itching for a change in terms of the team, maybe even the coaching staff. Whatever the case may be, we want change. Bulls fans have been asking for it for ages, but what happens if that dreaded word rears its ugly head around and back into this Bulls team next season? Is it a real possibility as well? We're going to talk a little bit about it in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and that dreaded continuity. No one likes continuity. First and foremost, we need to discuss what continuity is. Again, just for the Bulls fan that might be new. You never know. There could be one of them. Continuity is essentially going with the same team again. That's in its basic form. Same core, pretty much exactly the same bench, same coaching staff. Everything is the same and you go and attack it again. Normally, continuity is not such a bad thing. However, when you are the 9th seed with no real direction you want to go down, continuity might be the worst thing for a team like the Bulls. I'll give you an example. The Boston Celtics, right now, first in the Eastern Conference, swiftly dealt with the Miami Heat, look comfortable, look dominant. They made some changes, to be fair, with Kristaps Porzingis, but their core has been the same. It's been Jaylen Brown, it's been Jason Tatum. It's been like that for the past 6 years, I think it is. And continuity for them is not such a bad thing because they're first in the East, they're always in the playoffs, they made the finals before, they're always a threat to be in the championship picture. Team like Golden State, dynasty, based on continuity for the most part. So yes, continuity is a big thing, and I think we really have to understand that as a Bulls team. However, we are not number 1 in the Eastern Conference. We do not have a dynasty in the relevant era, or in the modern era, I guess you could say. We're stuck in the middle. And that's where continuity is the worst thing you could possibly think of. So with that being said, can continuity rear its ugly head again for the Chicago Bulls? Is it a possibility? And if so, why is it a possibility? And I think the most important thing here is you cannot rule anything out. You can't rule anything out. You can't rule rebuild out. You can't rule retooling out. You can't even rule out trading your best players out. You can't retool. You can't rule out anything. Which means you can't rule out continuity. And there is a way that continuity can rear its ugly head. And this is pretty much the only way that I could see it happening, but there could be more. And that's if all the targets you are looking for in free agency do not come your way. That's basically the only way continuity, I think, can rear its ugly head. Because all the quotes are suggesting that there will be some change in some way, form, or fashion. It would be wrong for this Bulls team to not do anything and go with it again next season. But let's just say they have a clear free agency target in mind. That free agency target doesn't want to come to the Bulls. No matter how much money we offer him, no matter how many years we offer him, whatever the case may be, he doesn't want to come to Chicago. We're not the best free agency market. So what happens if all of our free agency situations just fall through and the only person left is DeMar DeRozan? What happens if you can't find that trade for Zach LaVine? I feel very positive we can get that deal done. We can trade LaVine for assets. But what happens if you can't? What happens if Vucevic, you want to trade for him, you can't find assets there for Vucevic that's worth anything? Big possibilities. What happens if you're not willing to trade the players that do have genuine value, like Alex Caruso, Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Patrick Williams even? Genuine value just because of their young play, or even because of the things that they provide for a team, like Alex Caruso. He's not young, but he won Hustle Player of the Year. He's one of the best defenders in the league. You know, there's value upon that. So what happens if you can't find those types of situations? You're basically forced to go with continuity, or you're forced to really hit the reset button and go and become one of the worst teams in the league just to get back up again. You know, this Bulls team might not be willing to run the risk of a rebuild. So there's genuine questions there about continuity. And that's the only way that I could see it rearing its ugly head. Well, with that being said, I still lean more towards, at this point in time, of course, changes happening. Because what I mentioned just briefly in this video is a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes. A lot of situations that we don't know the outcomes for. What leans me more towards change is the quotes that have come out. It's the fact that from the beginning of the season, guys like Vucevic has said that this is the last chance for the core to do something. From AK recently saying this core doesn't work and you can't expect to do the same thing and expect different results. These quotes lean more towards changes than keeping it the same, which is a good thing in my opinion, because continuity with no direction and no future is just simply unacceptable. And it's something that we've had to deal with for so many years. Thankfully, I can sit here and say I feel confident that we will be changing this team in one way, form, or fashion, and I'm expecting at least one pretty big change, whether that's DeRozan, LaVine, Vucevic, or somebody else that I'm not thinking of. One big change is going to happen for this Bulls team, and that should hopefully start the rest. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, in a nutshell, I do have one more thing to say about continuity. We should not make this a dreaded word that we fear forever. That's the one thing. We're so scared of it now because of where we are. But if you're going to rebuild, you're going to have to spend a lot of years with continuity. If you actually get a championship team, you're going to have to spend a lot of years with continuity. So the message that I have, as much as we hate the word and we're fearful of it, do not make it something that you're going to be fearful of forever. Continuity is not a bad thing. It's just bad for this Bulls team now. But if you have that championship team, I can guarantee you continuity is going to be a word that everybody loves. If you have a rebuilding team with a genuine core centerpiece around that team, I can guarantee you continuity is going to be something that Bulls fans love. Do not make it a dreaded word forever. Just make it a dreaded word for now. That's going to be my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.